Minimum Viable Product with Scrum. Introduction. Thank you and congratulations on taking this class. Minimum Viable Product. 21 tips for getting an MVP, early learning, and return on investment for your product. In this class, you'll be given a complete set of tips for developing a minimum viable product. This will allow you to learn valuable information about your customers and product as early as possible. You'll also obtain tips that will boost the productivity of your development team and your business when developing new products. In this class, I give you a concise overview of the MVP planning and development process. I then give best practices to use when you build an MVP. Following this, I teach you about common issues that arise in the MVP development process and how to avoid them. As usual, I give you plenty of examples and best practices along the way. In this class, you'll learn what is an MVP, a brief overview of Agile Scrum, which can be used to develop an MVP, how to plan for an MVP, best practices for MVP development, alternative approaches to MVP development, and concise tips for gaining early customer buy-in. So let's get started right away so you can begin developing your minimum viable product. Agile Overview. Introduction. Thank you and congratulations on taking this class. Agile, the complete overview of Agile principles and practices. In this class, you'll be given a complete overview of Agile principles and practices used to deliver projects. I know you'll get value from this class as it gives you a complete introduction to Agile. I then walk you step by step through the differences between Agile and traditional methods. In today's fast-paced world, I feel that Agile methods are crucial for improving your effectiveness, whether you're a business owner, product owner, development team, or service-oriented team. Along the way, I give you plenty of examples and give you best practices for being an Agile practitioner. In this class, you'll learn a complete overview of Agile, including the popular principles of Scrum and XP. What is Agile and how is it different from traditional project delivery methods? Tools usually used by Agile teams and how they help you to deliver. Key principles and practices to use when carrying out the role of an Agile practitioner. How to continuously improve your product. And concise techniques for improving your skills as an Agile practitioner. So let's get started and let me teach you what it takes to be an Agile practitioner. What is a minimum viable product? The concept of a minimum viable product, MVP, allows you to validate your thoughts on a product early. Unlike the minimum marketable product, MMP, the idea is not to release the tiniest amount of features that satisfy the user's desires and user experience, but to learn as much as possible from the user to help future endeavors. So the focus of the MVP is learning. By giving users an iteration of the product early, you can acquire the right information and data that will allow you to make better product, business, and marketing decisions in the future. For example, to work out which social network is going to be a more popular one for your users, you could create an early product increment with Facebook and Twitter sharing buttons and see which social network is used more for sharing. This would allow you to invest more time, money, and energy on Facebook marketing as opposed to Twitter marketing. MVP allows you to reduce the risk of creating a non-viable product or wasting effort on the wrong features later. In order to do this, your team should expend the minimum in terms of time and money to produce the MVP. Overview. The concept of developing a minimum viable product, MVP, can mean different things to different people. In this course, you'll learn the best practices for planning your MVP, prioritizing your MVP features, developing your MVP, gaining customer support, and testing your product. You'll learn how to develop a maximum impact MVP with the least amount of unnecessary effort. Developing an MVP is an involved process, requiring your development team to place a great deal of thought behind every element of design. A successful MVP development project can help your business to function more efficiently and become more responsive to the marketplace.